Something discovered. Something different. Ancient details. Rebuilt system.
Seconds in count. We are still going 30 seconds in count.
Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. Beyond the watch, there are ways out. There is a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness.
Ignition sequence start.
I'm going to pause this for a minute. Remember, we made these videos like right after the lawsuit, and was dropped on us. And we talked about on this channel, this is about to this is paying the cost to be the fucking boss. My fucking roadies. We knew this. My dreamers, you knew this. We all talked about it on this channel. And we said, Flair was going to walk hand in hand like brother and sister, or like brothers, and they're going to wait for this lawsuit and XRP to get clarity. And if you look at the timeline, they had all these fucking delays that pissed a lot of people off, I know there was talk about Ripple being an investor in Flair, and then other people said no, they retracted it, but they were an investor. They're more connected than people understand. And I'm not so certain these delays that were supposed to happen in April, they're just delays because they're waiting for this case to end. And I'm hoping it ends with the settlement. But either or, we said that, they were going to wait. And they did. They waited until Flair, the launch and we could get it and stuff was just around the time that XRP got clarity. But now there's other things being held up. But it's pretty awesome. They're on Uphold. You'll get 4.5% on your money a month. You'd have to put money in a money marketing account at the bank, and you'll get that a year. That's like 12x better, 10x, 11x, whatever. I can't think I'm drinking whale's blood, but we said this, and we're going to talk about some other things we said. And if you go back to a few months after the lawsuit or right after, you'll see these claims we made. We're going to talk about how big Ripple and XRP are in a minute. Watch for a second. I won't bore you with it. I just wanted to refresh people's memory. I loved this video when it came out 3 years ago. We were talking about Flair 3 years ago.
Talk to me about Flair Networks. Flair Networks.
Very detailed. System fight.
That's Chattery, whatever her name is.
They're doing some very interesting
Brad
stuff with
Garlinghouse
something
fan.
called the Spark token.
There's Brad Garlinghouse. They don't care about each other, but he's talking
Very detailed.
in their commercial.
Beyond the watch, the gods will offer.
Let's go further. There's a lot of codes and stuff that I see. These space guys have axes. Well, it doesn't fit them. And then you got Brad's face.
Why some say the moon. I choose this as our
Can't make this shit up.
and they may
We've
well ask
got other connections.
why
And I know
climb the
everybody's
highest
like, oh,
mountain?
that's not a big connection, but
35
it
years
just
ago,
shows that Ripple's
by
a
the
bigger part.
Atlantic. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
So, let's get into this shit. So we said that about Flair, and that's what happened. And we said it at the beginning, and I got shit for it. Billy got shit for it, I got a lot of shit. But we said they'd come after ETH. People said, you're fucking nuts. ETH is clear. We said this in the same video about Flair. And right after the lawsuit. And my perspective is if they really come hard, which I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet with the price action, but I remember when the XRP dropped that lawsuit, a lot of money transferred into Ethereum from XRP, and I think it'll reverse. We were right. It wasn't too long before that our market caps were competing, and so now that's in the works. We said, Tether was going to have problems, and it's like, we said this in the same fucking video, and everybody said it was bullshit, but now things look different. We said XRP would get clarity for XRP, and everyone said it was for the space. We said, no, it's not for the space. We said all money, it'll be for XRP, and all money will transfer in. That hasn't happened yet. But if ETH gets fucking ripped, it's fucking hard out, you're going to see people are going to look at things with legal clarity differently. And that's the fucking plan, I think. But so now we've mentioned ETH, we've mentioned Tether, and Tether could affect Bitcoin, but Bitcoin, the real pass was the ETF. I can't imagine we'll ever see an 80-90% correction now that it's in an ETF. And I think a lot of these coins obviously follow Bitcoin. So this 4-year cycle may be over now, Just saying. It's past its adolescent state, Bitcoin. It's past its, infant state, way past that. Now it's matured because it's something that's publicly traded. It was like an IPO. It gets better. Order another round. What else? Oh, Peter Thiel. PayPal Mafia. Also, a founder. I'm assuming that means he's a founder, and he's a founder of Ripple. And back then, Elon Musk was his boy, and I don't know what the relationship is now. I'm sure it's pretty good. I don't know. Who knows? But Elon Musk wanted to turn PayPal into this payment system that he's described in great detail using dialogue that is very similar. Well, it's unique to XRP and Ripple. And it was, I don't remember what it was called. It was going to be called X Payments or something. And now Twitter is X. And they're talking about being a payments and everything app, everything. Crypto. There's a lot of coincidence here. Brad Garlinghouse has just commented to some woman that on Twitter about, she was saying it seems like fucking evil, pretty much, that she can't buy XRP in New York City. And he was like, welcome to fucking X. And then he's like, are we calling it X? With XRP. On an X space. And then you got Elon Musk commenting on Brad Garlinghouse's Twitter at the time about the lawsuit and stuff, all kinds of stuff, but never has mentioned, to my knowledge, XRP. And it's strange because why wouldn't he? Unless there was an NDR, non-disclosure agreement. He definitely knows they exist. He is commenting on Brad Garlinghouse. He's the bitch. It's not Brad commenting on Elon. It's the reverse on his Twitter posts multiple times. And he doesn't like the SEC either. So he knows what's going on. He knew about XRP when he bought Bitcoin and when he acted like he didn't know the energy use it had. That's just fucking bullshit. You don't buy that much shit without having a team on it, And the interesting thing about that is Ripple has commercials. And they're using a Tesla in them with money movement. The one where the girl walks with the suitcase, gets in a Tesla, gets on a plane. I'm pretty sure Brad would know about that. I mean, Elon would know about that too. It's just, and then back to Elon's first love. PayPal with a new financial payment system. And he described pretty much crypto and dialogue specific to XRP. You can't make this shit up. You know, how many coincidences before something's mathematically impossible? You know? I had a dude that was a hairdresser, and he was selling stylists, because if you could steal someone's stylist with their clientele, you know, to another salon, you get $500 and they'd get $500. Not a lot, but we're hairdressers. We sometime back 12 years ago, it sounded like a lot of money. It was my best friend. Well, two of my girls went to work at this shop that was doing that, and he knew the owner very well, and it was just odd. And you know, we ran some math on what the percentage of that could be, and it was like, I don't know, a lottery ticket. And that was just two people based on the circumstance. You know, it's just odd. I mean, sure, they could have randomly found this place, and both they were friends, they wanted to work there, but that's not how it went down. It's how many coincidences before it's mathematically impossible, you know? I don't know, but I do know this: we're in the right space, and no matter what we think we know fucking nothing. I know Flair is paying you a month what a bank will pay you a year for, you know, holding money in an account under their name. Fuck, you know? What are you gonna do? We've called a lot of shit here. It's hard having a beautiful mind, but once you activate it and start thinking for yourself, and you're not listening to fucking Jim ass fuck Kramer, the whole world changes. It's easy to let other people make decisions for you and go through life on cruise control. I mean, honestly, every moment of your day could be someone else making a decision for you. I'm getting up early because I got to take the kids to school. That's not my decision. Someone else's. Got to go to work. That's not my decision. It's someone else's. Got to cut the lawn. Fucking build shelves. Not my decision. Want to make my wife happy. That's her expectation. And if I don't do it, I'm a fucking loser, you know? You can do that. Or you can start thinking for yourself, and you can say, babe, I'm not doing the shelves. My fucking life is hectic. I worked about 2 hours today, but my mental fucking stress because of all the thinking I've done to better our lives has made me exhausted. So I'm going to have some whale's blood. Is that okay? Yeah. Or she doesn't love you. Computer play. Please sub. I need more followers. Don't know this song. Waiting for it. Rock and whiskey gonna ease my mind. Beach towels rest on the drying line. Do I remind you of your daddy in his 88 Ford? Labrador hanging out the passenger door. The sand from your hair is blowing in my eyes. Blame it on the beach, grown men don't cry. Do you remember that beat down basement couch? I'd sing you my love songs and you'd tell me about how your mama ran off and pawned her ring. I remember everything. Cold shoulder closing time, you were begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's blown. Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you're drinking. I wish I didn't, but I do. Remember every moment of the night with you. Computer off. Pictures in passing time, you only smile like that when you're drinking. Beautiful words. Like, subscribe.